It's time for Chewing on the Wire Radio.
No, God! No,
Hey,
God,
no
please,
biting.
no!
Hey,
No!
no biting. Okay? You want me to bite you? You know that hurts, Daddy. I told you, silly. No biting, okay?
Power plays and breakaways. There is yours for 30 days. Stick 'em up with power plays. Ain't no messing in our way. We're not here with the day. Masasaki on the way. We're not here.
And welcome to another episode of Chewing on the Wire Radio. Today is a very special episode. As you may have already known from the title, if you're reading it the correct way, if I typed it the right way, etc., 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 we are live today from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Metro Toronto Convention Center, I believe is what it's called. I feel like I just read it on my way in here, but I also feel like that was forever ago, so I might be wrong. Anyway, it is a very special day because it is our first ever international episode. We're in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and we are getting it done today. We are bringing you a video later on. It should be out Saturday-ish, maybe Sunday. We hit up all the fun places. The CN Tower, went to a Blue Jays game, went and saw where the Rush album Moving Pictures, where that album cover was taken. We did it all. We did all of it. And you can watch that YouTube video at Chewing on the Wire on YouTube. As you know, all of the video that accompanies this audio, it's all on that YouTube channel. If you've been listening, I'm sure you're aware of that. But anyway, today's little thing we're going to get into, we're going to do a little Canadian IQ test here, alright? Since we're in Canada, I had like a day and a half-ish of going all around the city, seeing the stuff, talking to people, walking the walk, eating the food. Let's see how my Canadian IQ is, alright? We got 10 questions here. We'll get through 5. We got a special message from someone, then we'll do 5 more. Let's get into it. Let's get into our Canadian IQ test. So, question number 1. What cartoon character was based on a Canadian black bear? And thank you to whoever sent this in. This is a lifesaver, because I thought I might not have a whole lot to do with this episode. Because it's kind of weird when you go to another country and, you're like, I have a little bit I could talk about Canada's Wonderland, but other than that, there's not really current events to cover, or this, that, or the other thing, and we already went to our Blue Jays game, so I really wasn't sure exactly. I only had like a partial episode written, so thank you to whoever sent me this. But anyway, back to question number 1. What cartoon character was based on a Canadian black bear? My options: Winnie the Pooh, Baloo, Yogi Bear, or Smokey Bear. So I'm going to go with Baloo, and I was instantaneously wrong. Well, I guess he's supposed to be Baloo, like B-L-U-E, so maybe that was just a dumb guess. Winnie the Pooh is apparently based off the answer's reading Winnie the Pooh. The prototype of Winnie the Pooh was the Canadian black bear, Winnipeg, who was brought to the London Zoo in 1915. Alright, then he wrote about it in London. Alright, I'll give that to you. Whatever. Number 2. What products do Canadians eat more of than people in other countries? Our options are maple syrup and honey, cheese and pasta, sugar, or pastries? I am going to go with the stereotypical maple syrup and honey, and I'm wrong again. Cheese and pasta. Cheese and pasta. And it says, sorry, Italy, Canadians consume the most cheese and pasta. What the hell? Alright. We're going to turn it around here. What pizza was invented in Canada? Question number 3. Buffalo, margarita spelled weird, Hawaiian, or macaroni. So, I'm going to go with margarita just because of its spelling. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. I'm going to go with it just because of its spelling. Because if there's one thing I learned here, everything is spelled weird. Whether it's because it's partially like the French-Canadian thing, whatever it is. Center, all those words like that are just spelled weird. So I'm going to go with margarita. And I'm wrong. Again, Hawaiian pizza was invented in 1962 by Canadian guy Sam Panopoulos. Sam Panopoulos out of Canada made Hawaiian pizza. Alright, I feel like these are trick questions. Anyway, to continue on, question number 4. Which animal causes about 250 car accidents in Canada every year? We have reindeer, geese, wolves, or bears. And I'm going to go, even though they didn't use this picture, they used a different picture of geese, I'm going to go with the Canadian geese, alright? I'm wrong again. Wow, I wasted a day and a half here. I know nothing about Canada. It's a reindeer. Reindeer cause about 250 car accidents in Canada every year. What question was that? What number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let's go back to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we got one more before we have a special message here. Question number 5. What city in Canada has 2 exclamation marks in the name? Westward Ho, Edmonton, Oshawa, or St. Louis du Ha-Ha? I'm gonna go with Oshawa. Nope. It is St. Louis du Ho, St. Louis du Ha-Ha, and there's a picture of the sign. It's got 2 exclamation points, one after each ha-ha. Alright, with that being said, we have a special message coming to you directly from the streets of Canada from Mr. Billberg Phinstein, also known Billberg Phinstein, live from the streets of Canada. I'm about to sneeze. He's also known as Donovan. I'm about to sneeze. We're going to take a quick break. Here's a message.
Instead of coming up with another long scripted episode today, we thought it would be more fun to audibly showcase our favorite moments from our Toronto trip video, which you can watch on YouTube on our page at Chewing on the Wire. I introduce to you the Best of Donovan, Canadian edition. Some of our favorite include legendary situational quotes, such as, "When you get wet at Niagara Falls."
Who wants to come here? This country's stupid.
"Stuck in pedestrian traffic."
It's like New York City if it wasn't New York City.
This place is hell.
"When the downtown hotel is way too fancy."
This place is too fancy for us.
I'm gonna throw up.
"When the Blue Jays do something good."
And thank you, Mr. Phinstein. Billberg Phinstein. Didn't know that was his real name. The more you know. Anyway, right back into my Canadian IQ test right here, alright? Number 6 out of 10. Number 6 out of 10. Some license plates on cars in northern Canada are made in the shape of which animal? We got polar bear, moose, Canadian goose, or beluga whale. I'm gonna say moose, because I've never seen, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm wrong again, polar bear. Polar bear is the correct answer. Oh, there's a picture of it. Wow. Explore Canada's Arctic. It is a polar bear-shaped license plate. All right, fine. I believe you. So the only desert, number 7, the only desert in Canada is located where? We have Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, or Ontario. I'm going to go with maybe it's actually some kind of frozen tundra desert in Alberta. Nope, it was British Columbia. And it's a real desert, wow. The Nkamip, N-K-apostrophe-M-I-P desert is the only desert in Canada, and it's located in British Columbia. Alright, 2 more. We're going to get them both right. Number 8 here. What dessert do Canadians consume more than people in other countries? We got cheesecake, donuts, pie, and ice cream. I'm gonna pull a Tim Hortons and go with donuts. We are correct. Boom. This is a biggie. Canadians eat more donuts than people in other countries in the world because Tim Hortons is like the only export out of here other than syrup. But somehow I got the maple syrup question wrong. I don't know. Alright, number 9. What Canadian city is the northernmost permanent inhabited place in the world? We're gonna go with, okay, options. Alert, Dawson City, Nelson, or Caslo. And I'm gonna go with Dawson City. Nope, it was Alert. Alert. Altitude 82 degrees, 30:05 north. 817 kilometers from the North Pole. Dang. Alright, number 10. We're pulling in the last one here. Fill in the blank. According to an old Toronto law, it's illegal to drag a dead blank down Yonge Street on Sundays. Hey, we're going to Yonge Street tomorrow. What is it illegal to drag down Yonge Street? Moose, a person, a horse, or a mule? I'm going to go with a moose. It was a horse. I got 1 out of 10 correct. You read that right. An old Canadian bylaw states you cannot drag dead horse down Yonge Street in Toronto on Sundays. They don't like that. I got 1 out of 10. You're not Canadian yet, it says. And I believe they're right. I am not yet Canadian. I don't know what else to say other than that. One thing I do have to say is that, like I said on question like number 7 or 8, when I picked donuts as the dessert that Canadians consume the most of, and my reason for saying that was Tim Hortons, right? Because that's just all over the place here. We have them in America, but they're just not all over the place, alright? That's the situation. They're just not all over the place like they are here. But then the thing is, we have Dunkin' Donuts all over the place. And I got a story for you about Dunkin' Donuts, alright? I have shit my pants twice in the corporate headquarters of Dunkin' Donuts. Well, one of the corporate headquarters. They have many headquarters in every couple of cities or whatever. They got one in Ohio, alright? One of the times I was going there, because that was going to be my part-time job, like however long ago that was. Then another one because I was having an interview kind of inquiring about sponsorships, etc., etc. And so basically, I go in there for the whole, I was already hired, I just got to do this computer training, blah, 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 This is a good one, so pay attention here, alright? I was having one of my little tummy attacks, so I kept having to, get that feeling of going to the bathroom, but I was, somewhat holding it, somewhat doing a pretty good job, I thought. But then it just hit me. And on my, second or third, because they weren't even, paying attention to us. She, gave us this test on the computer in their meeting room and then walked away. And right outside in the hallway was the bathroom. And then, so on my, second or third trip to the bathroom, I must have just shit the bowl. You know how it be. You know what I mean? The toilet starts clogging. I start getting panicked. I try to plunge it out, try to get the toilet paper out. I can't. I just go back to take my test, pretend like it never happened, sneak out of there. You know what it is? Then I gotta go back a fourth time, and the water's all down. So I'm like, awesome, right? It fixed itself. So I shit again, then the toilet starts massively overflowing, like all over the water type of overflowing, right? And then, like, I try mopping it up on the floor, because it's like, now there's a drain in the middle of the floor, but it's like getting like inches deep, like almost like covering that sole of your shoe type of situation, alright? I know this is getting a little like off track, we were just talking about Tim Hortons, but I just really wanted to share this with you. Because in my fifth trip to the bathroom before I left, I decided, because it was just one of those, like, there were two doors, it wasn't really men's or women's, I decided to go to the other bathroom. Then proceeded to take another 5-minute massive shit, alright? If you're with us still, you know what happened then. The toilet fucking clogged again, and then started overflowing, so then I just turned right out of the bathroom, went down the hallway, and then I left. So that is my day at Dunkin' Donuts. Alright? I'm very proud of that too. I clogged both of the toilets at their corporate headquarters, shook the hands of one of the general managers, and then politely left. I feel like that was a good story. I feel like it's good for you guys to know that I haven't ever been to Tim Hortons, but I have shit my pants and clogged the toilet at the Dunkin' corporate headquarters. And you just heard about me talking about clogging the toilet. If you don't know the whole shitting my pants thing, that one's not a story you have to get into, because guess what? Thought it was a fart. I was in the middle of a little meeting talking with one of the GMs, and I just let one I just let one rip, and a brick came out. I'm not gonna lie, a brick came out. I pardoned myself, got in the car, and drove off. Tomorrow, I'm gonna walk into a Tim Hortons and shit my pants, just to make it even. I don't know what Tim Hortons, there's a couple. There's a couple on the road here, but I'm gonna walk into one of the Tim Hortons, and I'm gonna shit the fuck out of my pants. I'm gonna shit the absolute fuck out of my pants. And then I'm gonna walk away. This is why you have to listen to the end of these episodes, because there's some gold in these episodes. With that being said, I feel like you listen to me enough. I've told you my game plan for tomorrow, so I'm done.